Why does it take 4 days of intensive training to become a proficient Lego Serious Play facilitator? This is the question we're going to answer today.
A full 4 days. The short reason for it, I guess, is that it is really our clear sort of insight, if you want, is that the quality of the end user, of the client's experience, completely and totally is anchored in and depends on that the facilitator knows the method in depth, so that they have the capacity to understand the client's need, really understand it, and then translate that, develop that into a robust roadmap using the essential techniques that's going to take them there. So this is what it takes for the facilitator really to be able to develop the roadmap and facilitate the roadmap in unlocking that sort of full power of the method.
Yeah, it's because what you learn at the 4-day training is not just a training technique with a sort of closed process you then can go out and deliver multiple times. No, you learn really a bunch of elements so that you always can put together the optimal workshop for a client. And that takes time because there's many techniques to learn. You have to try out the techniques, you have to practice designing workshop, you have to practice facilitating workshop, so you literally know that you master the technique. That's why it takes time. We've experimented with this for 18 years, continuously optimizing the training. We've tried with 1 day, 2 day, modulars, 5 days, and have ultimately found out that effective is what we do right now with 4 very intensive days. And we know that after that, the facilitators are successful in terms of delivering these really highly customized workshops for any given situation, for any given problem. That is why it takes 4 days. If we could do it in less than 4 days, we would of course do it in less than 4 days.
Yeah, I think if maybe a sort of a closing analogy would sort of be from gastronomy. The point here is that what we're trying to do in the 4 days is not to teach anyone one recipe that they know then by heart, and then they can cook according to that recipe over and over and over. The point is more for each participant to really learn how to cook and knowing all the key techniques of cooking or in cooking, so that whichever kitchen they go into or whoever they meet, they can cook exactly the meal that they need. Right? So not one recipe, but really all of the techniques involved in cooking. Whether it's going to be large meals or shorter meals, but that they can cook for everyone at any given time for whatever kind of hunger that these people show up with.
And cook a really, really delightful meal that you would want to come back to again and again and again.